If you've ever struggled with depression,
or just feeling really isolated,
Anxiety or panic attack?
or bullying.
Or have been suicidal.
me too.
me too.
Me too.
Me too.
Me too.
The way that the whole Me Too movement started, honestly, was I had officiated a funeral for a 16-year-old boy who had committed suicide. And the room was packed. And I stood in the back before the funeral started, the actual ceremony, and I just looked at the faces of everybody walking in through the doors. And I've never been in a room where there was so much hopelessness tangibly felt in my life. And as I began to see the damage and the carnage, I honestly vacillated between feeling sympathy and also anger at this young man who had done this and caused so much pain. And I went back and forth, and it just felt like such an injustice against him and against those who loved him. As I saw over 1,000 people walk in through the door looking for answers, and there was very few to be had that day.
I attended the funeral that David officiated of the young man that had committed suicide, and it wrecked me. I was usually, like I said, very able to compartmentalize, but that evening I was thinking about it all the time, and I wanted to know, okay, what is our response? We can't just sit idly by and let these things happen or not talk about them.
And so that was on a Saturday, and I got on the phone with Dr. Mark Mayfield on Monday morning, and I was driving. I said, man, I don't know about you, but this weekend wrecked me, and I was just, didn't know what to do about this, because it's like you feel so helpless in situations like this. And as we began to talk, he began to share his heart, and he began to share, he's like, David, I felt the same way as a counselor. Normally I can kind of detach myself from the emotional aspect so I can keep my head in the game and be a resource and a source of comfort and direction through these very, very complex situations. He said, but this one really got to me as well. And as we began to talk, I said, you know, man, I don't know about you, but it just feels like in those moments, people just feel so isolated and removed, and that they're the only ones struggling with suicidal thoughts or mental health issues in general. And maybe it's just a matter of bringing some of these things to the light to realize that we're all messed up. We all have issues. We all have things that we carry in this baggage. And what if we just decided to be honest with one another and just simply say, me too?
And so through that conversation, this idea of Me Too was born. And the hope is to create a place for teenagers, young adults to hear stories that resonate with them, and for them to realize, hey, I'm not alone, and yeah, me too. And be able to begin to find their own voice and share their own story.